Hello, my name is Kai,
I'm Furby.
and I'm here at Blue Light Studio. I went to the Art Institute in 2005, so that was my first introduction to Radar, and everybody, raved about how great it was there, and they used it almost as a teaching tool to show like old school recording and like punching and stuff.
I first heard Radar also when I was at audio school, and we had a mobile recording rig that was one of like the old Radar computers. I do remember anything that we recorded on it sounding awesome, like closer to tape than not.
Once we opened up Blue Light, it didn't make sense to get that kind of system because we were so acclimatized to using Pro Tools by that point. And then, I don't know, what was it, 2 years ago or something, you brought in the current one, which we ended up getting. We hooked up our old converters with that in next to it, and we like malted it so we had the same signal going to both, and we were just blown away. At that point, that was when I was in my own space. I knew the sound so well of the studio. As soon as I was like, okay, I can just plug this into my computer, put the RedNet card in, and continue on my way like any other USB system or something. It's literally that easy. Just put your card in and hook it up. So that was kind of the deciding factor.
The Radars that we have now just can integrate with any DAW super easily.
Some engineers want to come in and use Logic, but 95% of the time we're using Pro Tools. It makes such a big difference. It's incredible. Like when you're mixing, you're hearing more clarity, you're hearing more space. So your choices that you make when you're mixing are going to be different, which is going to yield a better result.
When I'm tracking, just going through the Radar, the sources, it sounds so much better to begin with. So when I go to mix it, it's easier to make everything fit the way I want it to fit because it sounds so good on the way in.
The other thing that I think is really cool is you spend all this money on outboard gear. We have all these preamps and EQs and compressors and stuff, and the Radar is the one single thing you can buy that makes every single one of those better. It brings the whole studio up to a new level.